At the beginning of the story, we see a driver named Baby park his car in front of a bank. Inside the car, besides Baby, are Griff, Buddy, and Buddy's wife, Monica. This group has actually come to rob the bank. So, Griff, Buddy, and Monica go inside the bank as planned, while Baby waits for them in the car. After a while, the three return to the car with the stolen money. But then the police arrive. Baby, trying to escape, speeds off, and the police start chasing them. Thanks to Baby's exceptional driving skills, they manage to distance themselves from the police. However, the police don't give up and keep trying to catch them. But Baby, as usual, evades the police and arrives at a parking lot. Here, the four of them switch cars and head to their boss's office, where a man named Doc is waiting for them. Doc is a criminal mastermind who plans bank robberies in the city and hires people to carry them out. Doc comments that the police couldn't catch them because of Baby's driving skills. Happy with the outcome, Doc starts distributing their shares. Griff then asks Doc, "Why are you giving this driver so much money? The three of us did all the work. Baby just drove the car." Doc replies, "The three of you are alive because of Baby. If he hadn't gotten you out of there in time, the police would have caught you and thrown you in jail." Griff understands Doc's point but still makes fun of Baby, telling Doc that Baby is very strange, never talks, and always listens to music. Griff takes off Baby's sunglasses, but Baby pulls out another pair from his pocket and puts them on. Buddy also starts making fun of him. After some time, everyone leaves. Doc then takes all the money from Baby. We learn here that Baby owes Doc a lot of money, which is why Doc takes all of Baby's share at the end of every job. Doc tells Baby, "You just have to do one more job for me, and then all your debt will be paid off." Doc, as always, gives Baby a bundle of notes and leaves. Baby then goes to his room and hides the bundle of notes in a secret place. We then learn that Baby is an orphan. He adopted a deaf man named Joe, who is disabled and cannot hear. Baby always takes care of him and treats him like his father. Baby has a tape recorder. He records everything wherever he goes and comes home to make music with those recordings. Today, Baby makes music from Doc's voice, which he recorded earlier. Afterward, Baby goes to a cafe. He likes a girl named Deborah who works at this cafe, so he comes here every day. It seems Deborah also likes Baby, as she gets very happy whenever he comes to the cafe. One day, Baby receives a call from Doc, telling him to get ready for a new mission. The next day, he goes to Doc's office. Doc introduces him to a new group, consisting of three criminals named Eddie, J.D., and Bats. Baby has to work with these three on his next mission. Bats and his two companions make fun of Baby because of his earphones and sunglasses. But Baby doesn't say anything because he talks very little. Doc then tells the three criminals that Baby has a condition called tinnitus, which is why he always listens to music. Hearing this, the three stop making fun of Baby. Doc then explains his plan to the four of them. After hearing Doc's plan, the four set out to rob the bank. Within a short time, the four reach the bank, and Bats goes inside with his companions. As soon as they rob the bank and get into the car, a stranger starts shooting at them. Baby quickly drives away, but the stranger continues to chase them. Bats tries to shoot and kill the stranger, but Baby drives away from the person because he didn't want Bats to kill them. Then their car gets stuck in traffic. So, the four steal a woman's car and escape. At that moment, they see a police car. Baby then hides from the police and reaches a parking lot where two cars were already waiting. The four then take the two cars and go to Doc. Afterward, Baby brings coffee for everyone and notices that JD is missing. He asks Bats about JD. Bats says JD dropped his gun on the street, which would have gotten them all caught. "So I killed him," Bats says. Baby is shocked to hear this, but since it was his last mission, he doesn't dwell much on JD's murder. Then Bats and Eddie take their money and leave. Doc, as usual, takes his share from Baby and only gives him a small bundle of notes. He also tells Baby that he has paid off all his debt and is now free. But Doc asks Baby to do one last job, to destroy JD's body and the car. Baby goes to destroy the car. At that moment, he remembers his childhood and we are shown a flashback where Baby was going somewhere with his parents. His parents were arguing for some reason, which caused a distraction while driving, leading to an accident where they died, and Baby became an orphan. In addition, Baby developed tinnitus from the accident, which causes a constant ringing sound in his ears. Since then, Baby has always worn earphones to escape this noise. Anyway, the scene returns to the present, where Baby goes to Deborah and asks her out on a date. Deborah happily agrees to go on a date with him. Days pass and they start getting closer. One day, Deborah asks Baby about his work. Baby says, "I used to be a driver, but I've quit driving now." One day, when Baby is in his room, Joe asks him to deliver pizzas. Baby, listening to Joe, starts making deliveries. Some days later, Baby and Deborah go on a dinner date. Doc is also at that restaurant. Baby tries to ignore Doc, but Doc spots Baby and calls him over. Doc tells Baby, "Ever since you left, none of my jobs have gone well, because you were very lucky for me." Doc asks Baby to work with him again. But Baby doesn't want to work with Doc then says, "I know you don't have money, and you're working as a delivery boy. If you work with me, you can earn a lot of money in a few days." He also says, "You can quit whenever you want, but for now, you have to work with me." Baby directly refuses Doc, saying he won't do that kind of work anymore. Doc gets angry and threatens Baby, saying, "If you don't work with me, I'll kill Deborah." Baby gets scared and agrees to do the job. The next day, Doc takes Baby to a post office bank and asks him to go inside with a small child. Doc actually wanted Baby to go inside the post office and carefully observe everything to find out how many guards and cameras are there. To avoid suspicion, he sends the child with Baby. Baby goes inside the post office and observes everything carefully. The child talks to the employee there, and the employee gives the child a candy. Seeing this, Baby also talks nicely to the employee. Then Baby goes back to Doc and tells him everything. The next day, Baby goes to Doc's office and sees that Doc has now hired Bats, Buddy, and Monica. After some time, Doc comes there and talks about his plan. Doc says, "I know there's a lot of money inside the post office, and there are many guards to protect it, so we'll need a lot of guns to steal that money." Doc then sends the four to a dealer to get weapons. On the way, Bats goes into a supermarket to buy something. He kills the shopkeeper after getting the items. This frightens Baby greatly. After some time, they reach the dealer, and the dealer starts showing them guns. But Bats suddenly kills the dealer. As a result, the dealer's men start attacking the four of them, and a shootout begins between the two groups. Bats, Buddy, and Monica kill all of the dealer's men. Now Buddy and Monica get angry at Bats and ask, "Why did you kill the dealer?" Bats replies, "There was a cop with the dealer, and if we hadn't killed him, he would have arrested us." Afterward, the four start heading towards Doc's office. At this time, Bats asks Baby to stop the car near Deborah's coffee shop. But Baby was scared that Bats might kill Deborah, so he doesn't stop the car. But Bats forces him to stop the car near the cafe. Then the four go inside the cafe. Here, Deborah takes everyone's order and looks at Baby. But Baby doesn't look at Deborah even once, because he didn't want anyone to know about Baby and Deborah's relationship. Deborah also understands that Baby is currently on a job and takes the order and leaves. Later, when Deborah asks for the bill, Bats starts to pull out a gun to kill Deborah. Seeing this, Baby grabs Bats' hand and pays Deborah the bill. After they leave, Deborah sees a message Baby left for her, saying he would take her on a road trip at 2 a.m. Meanwhile, Baby and the others go to Doc, where Doc is angry at Buddy, Monica, and Bats, saying, "Some of the people you killed were my men." Doc also cancels the post office robbery mission. Hearing this, Bats gets angry and says, "I won't cancel this mission." Doc then asks everyone who is willing to do this mission. Buddy, Monica, and Bats agree, but Baby doesn't say anything. Doc then tells Baby, "If you don't want to do this mission, you can leave." But Baby agrees to the mission. Afterward, Baby goes to sleep. At night, Baby remembers that he is supposed to meet Deborah at 2 o'clock, so he tries to sneak out. At that moment, Buddy comes there and asks him where he is going at this hour. Bats also arrives. Bats has Baby's tape recorder and listens to all of Baby's recordings. Because of this, Bats suspects that Baby is working with the police. So he asks Baby, "Were you recording our conversations and sending them to the police?" Baby replies, "I have no connection with the police. It's just my hobby, and I record everyone's conversations and make songs out of them." But Bats doesn't believe him. So Baby says that he has many such songs in his room that he made from recordings, and if they listen to them, they will believe him. Then Bats brings all the recordings from Baby's room that Baby had used to make songs. Doc plays those cassettes and hears his own voice. After hearing it, Doc gets very angry at Baby. So he talks about getting another driver instead of Baby. They also learn that Deborah and Baby know each other. Baby then tells Doc, "I'm not working with the police, and I will work with you on this mission." He also says that he won't make any mistakes this time. As a result, Doc accepts Baby's words and rehires him. The next day, Baby takes the three to the post office. The three quickly go to rob the post office. At this time, Baby sees the post office employee who was talking nicely to Baby. Baby signals to her not to go inside the post office. The woman understands everything and brings a police officer there. Now Buddy, Monica, and Bats come out with the stolen money, and Bats shoots and kills the police officer. They then get into the car and tell Baby to escape quickly. But Baby doesn't listen to them. So Bats hits him in the face with a gun and threatens to kill him if he doesn't drive. Enraged at Bats, Baby crashes into a truck standing in front of them. The truck had iron rods, which go through Bats's body, and he dies instantly. Baby's plan was to kill those three during the mission, because he wanted to live a good life with Deborah. But he couldn't live a good life because of these criminals. Anyway, the police arrive. Seeing them, Baby, Buddy, and Monica start to flee. Monica and Buddy start shooting at the police and steal a car to escape. Meanwhile, Baby changes his clothes at a mall and steals a car to escape. At this time, he accidentally crashes his car into Buddy's car. The police arrive and start shooting at all three of them. Monica and Buddy also start shooting at the police. The police shoot and kill Monica. At this time, Baby escapes with the money. Baby tells Buddy, "Monica died because of you." Saying this, he starts shooting at Baby. But somehow, Baby survives and gets onto the street and steals a car from an elderly woman, going straight to his room. He takes out all the money and gives it to Joe, but Joe doesn't want to take the stolen money. Baby then explains to Joe and leaves him at an orphanage. Afterward, he goes to the cafe to pick up Deborah, where Buddy is seen sitting in the cafe. He wants to kill Deborah to take revenge on Baby for Monica's death. But Buddy didn't know that Baby had a gun. Then suddenly, Baby notices a waiter in the cafe. Seeing this, Baby quickly shoots Buddy. As a result, Buddy gets injured. Then Baby and Deborah steal a car and go to Doc's office. Baby asks Doc for all the cassettes, because those cassettes held memories of Baby's good moments. Doc initially doesn't want to give the cassettes, but then Deborah comes there. Seeing this, Doc understands that Baby is about to start a new life, so he gives all the cassettes to Baby. Then the three start going down in the elevator. Doc gives Baby a bag full of money and tells him, "You have to leave this country because the police are after you, and you won't be able to start your new life." As soon as the three come down, three of the gun dealer's men appear in front of them. They start attacking Doc and Baby to take revenge for their boss. Doc tells Baby and Deborah to escape and fights with the three men alone. At this time, Buddy comes there with a police car and, enraged, kills Document. He then goes after Baby. Baby then crashes his car into Buddy's car and repeatedly attacks Buddy's car, making it fall from the building. But Buddy jumps out of the car before it falls. Then he holds the gun near Baby's ear and shoots. Baby falls down and feels a lot of pain in his ear. Seeing this, Deborah attacks Buddy with a rod. But Buddy catches Deborah and starts hitting her. Then Baby picks up Buddy's gun and shoots him in the leg. As a result, Buddy loses his balance and falls from the building. Then Deborah puts Baby, who is unconscious, into a car and drives away. Thus, morning arrives. After driving for some distance, Deborah sees police cars in front of them, who were waiting to catch Baby. Seeing the police, Deborah starts to reverse the car. At this time, Baby regains full consciousness and tells Deborah to stop the car. Then he surrenders to the police. From here, a court scene is shown where Joe, Deborah, and the post office employee testify in Baby's favor, saying that Baby did everything he did out of compulsion. Hearing all this, the judge only sentences Baby to 5 years. Now, a scene 5 years later is shown where Baby is seen getting out of jail, and Deborah comes to pick him up. With this, the movie ends. Friends, if you like the movie, please like and share it, and subscribe to the Film Insight TV channel to watch more movies like this.